Someone says, well, now you're playing for first place. Are you crazy? We got Florida twice. We got Missouri here. We got to go to Arkansas. We got to go to Georgia. We got to go to Tennessee. What? We're just trying to get better. I'm not worried about first place, second place, fifth place. Just get better.
Kentucky's trying to get better. Louisville could not feel worse. Welcome to the Red and Blue Review, coming to you this week from Chubby Ray's original Louisville Pizza Company. Not only do we have Daryl and Howie here, but say hello to the 5th and 6th grade St. Edward's World Champion basketball team. Yeah. They've come here to celebrate their successful season. A lot of teams do that. Now, let me ask you guys, how many Kentucky fans are here? Real loud. Daryl, that's not many.
No.
How many Louisville fans?
Yeah!
Wait a minute. Even after last night?
Yeah!
Diehards, guys, congratulations on a great year. Thanks for being with us here at Chubby Ray's Louisville Pizza Company. You go St. Edwards. Yeah. Hey, guys, my word of the week this week is implosion, because, Howie, I'm afraid Louisville may have one. When you have a chance to win a ball game on the road, Rick always talks about how important that is. They failed to do it. It was a historic loss. They were playing against a lousy bunch of Notre Dame players. So many guys got fouled out. They couldn't beat them in overtime. I'm concerned that Louisville may not recover from this. I'm expecting an implosion.
It could be. I mean, it's possible. My word of the week is what's it, you know, in A Christmas Story where he's outside and he says the Queen Mother of, I'm not going to go any further, but no, I think a lot of Louisville fans last night at about 12:30 a.m. were thinking Louisville's going to lose this game. They were up 8 points with 46 seconds left in regulation, and they lost the thing. Oh, and what a heartbreaker.
And we'll continue to dissect it. Darryl, what's your word of the week?
My word of the week is coaching. Yeah. And because I haven't heard anybody saying anything about this. This is a Hall of Fame basketball coach, Rick Pitino, who has zero control over Russ Smith. Yeah. And everybody jokes, it's funny, it's ridiculous, I'm going to have a heart attack. Bull! Bench him, sit him on the bench when he launches a 30-foot shot and missed every game-winning shot. And I don't know, maybe because I'm 30,000 feet looking in at this program, I don't cover it. But if I'm a teammate of Russ Smith, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
And I noticed the 30-footer that he missed, they showed a picture of Rick. You know, he's all exasperated. If you look in the background, the guys on the bench, Ware and those guys, it looks could kill. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And to me, that's a serious problem that he's got to deal with as a coach. And you're a Hall of Fame coach. Get control of that team, and you win that game.
They looked uncoached in crunch time at the end of regulation of all 5 of those overtimes.
Well, and the reason they looked uncoached is because it's possible that Russ Smith might be uncoachable. I mean, and he's the guy,
play.
Right? Well, and he's the guy. He's the guy that was taking all those end-of-game shots. First time I can ever remember anybody missing 4 game-winning shots in the same game. 4 of them.
Without being tackled by his coach on the court after the 3rd miss. But we digress. We are coming to you from, you can already see the food on the table here, guys. I don't know. We've got enough to talk about for an hour. We've got enough to eat for about 3 days. Yes, let me tell you about the pizza here at Chubby Ray's original Louisville Pizza Company. The dough here, guys, made from scratch, never frozen. They got some special Italian herbs and spices on that. It gives us that unique Chubby Ray's flavor you get nowhere else. We've got pizza, we got wings, and we've got something we're going to show you here in just a little bit that's absolutely going to blow your mind. We're going to do all that after the lightning round. The lightning round here on the Red and Blue Review is brought to you by the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to click it or ticket. The big man on campus for the University of Kentucky this week is Jared Polson?
Jared Polson.
Jared Polson, a guy who's gone from walk-on to leading man at the University of Kentucky.
He's been telling me to bring energy in the games. I've been trying to guard Ryan in practice with that energy, and that's helped me out. And I just try to bring energy, and that's what he wanted from me.
How much easier is it getting for you now?
I mean, I guess I'm feeling more comfortable with the more minutes I get. I mean, I don't really have any pressure. I just got to go out there and defend and just bring as much energy as I can. So,
if you're sitting there watching the game and you see what they do and what it does, wouldn't it inspire you to do something? Or do you say, well, that's fine, but I'm not going to do that? Wouldn't it inspire you to say, I see what it does to the game, I can do this? But what happens is it's really hard to play that way, and it's physical, and you got to be tougher. You're going to get bumped some. And that's where we're trying to get to.
Kind of lost in this. Calipari says it was all energy. All he brings is energy. He's a pretty good basketball player.
He is.
He's not bad. He played 22 minutes last night. A game that was so physical, 0 turnovers. And I even asked him, I said, how much did that Maryland, remember the season opener at Maryland, 20-some minutes, 10 points, 0 turnovers, handling the ball that much. He came into this year knowing with massive turnover on the roster, he had a shot. If he really worked at it, he had a shot. And I said, walk-ons, mop-up duty. He said, no, when I walked on, I hoped my plan was to get playing time eventually. He's a junior, young team, struggling at times, and there's an opening for him. And maybe if you're winning a national title, it's not a good thing that Jared Polson can play 22 minutes a game for you. That's probably not a good indicator, but he's not hurting you when he's in the game. He's actually bringing good things.
The big man on campus for the University of Louisville actually goes to Notre Dame. That would be Jerian Grant, who in the last about 40-some seconds of this ball game scored 12 points, pushing the game not only into overtime, but eventually 5 overtimes before Louisville lost.
30 seconds to go now. Notre Dame down 6. Jerian Grant, he just put the Irish on his back. Notre Dame down just 3 after a Notre Dame foul. Gorgie Jang shooting a pair of free throws, misses both. Irish rebound. Here comes Grant again. Weaving his way through defenders. Bucket and the foul.
Louisville fans, you remember making fun of Kentucky because ESPN kept showing the Indiana game over and over and over again last year. That's what this is. It's an ESPN game. They're going to show Jerian Grant scoring 12 points in the last 46 seconds over and over and over again. In fact, all the TVs here at Chubby Rays have shown it at least 4 or 5 times just since we've been here. That clip is just going to be pounded into Louisville this year.
Howie, how concerned are you? Seriously, I mean, that's a game they had won. And that was not a good Notre Dame team. What 4 guys, I think, fouled out. Eventually, by the 5th overtime, they had about 4 guys.
Right.
There were one player fouling out from having to use Manti Te'o's imaginary girlfriend. That's how desperate Notre Dame was.
So, seriously, how concerned are you?
Well, I'm not concerned that it went to overtime. I'm concerned that Louisville didn't put it away in overtime because Notre Dame's a good team. It's tough to win at Notre Dame. It's no shame that it went to overtime. Once all those guys fouled out and you had superior talent at every single position if you're Louisville and you still don't put it away, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Why was Wayne Blackshear not one of the guys taking a shot at the end of the game when he's supposed to be a three-point specialist, one of the highest-rated recruits Louisville's had in the last few years? Why wasn't he in the game? Why doesn't he get assigned to take a shot?
That is a great question. There are 55, how many minutes played in this game? 60, 65, whatever it was? 65 minutes played in the game. He played 19. That's got to be a question. And really, that's got to be a conversation between Rick Pitino and Wayne Blackshear. What are you doing wrong? Why are you not out on the court more? What do we need to see from you? They played Luke Hancock a whole lot, and Luke scored, 17 points, 22 points, I think. But Wayne Blackshear is such a threat, and he only played 19 minutes. He's got to figure something out there.
That game also reminded me of an old Adolph Rupp quote. There was years ago, I don't know what team it was exactly, but Shane Bohannon is having the game of his life, and Rupp would call his guys and say, all you people over here, let me introduce you to this person. Give him the ball. And there was one at the end of one, I don't know, it was 8th, 9th, 10th overtime.
Right.
Russ Smith drives the lane. Shane's standing right there wide open, 2 feet away. He ain't giving it up.
Hey, that's exactly what Notre Dame was doing. Hey, guys, let me introduce you to Brian. He's now playing power forward. I know you haven't met him before. But
the guy that came in, what's crazy, he finished with 17.6 rebounds. He didn't play in regulation. How crazy was that game?
It was a crazy game. Well, one of the things Kentucky's got to deal with, they are getting better, but if you look to their future, one of the things they have to get past is actually their past of champions.
I would say, and probably me as a coach also, you get used to, for 7 years, whomping on people. And then you go into the game and it's touch and go the whole game. You got to coach a little different. You got to be a little different. Knowing, don't get excited that the game's closer and you think it should be 20 and it ain't going to be 20. It's going to be 4. Now coach the game. So it took me for a while to get my feet under me too. So it's not just them, it's all of us.
I thought that was interesting. It's the first time all season that John Calipari and the players have admitted it was tough getting beyond the fact that this was a national championship returning team. Even though the roster was gone, they were still defending national champs. And it took a long time to say, this is going to be a lot harder than we thought. Remember, we've talked on a lot of shows where the incoming freshmen, the Noel and all those guys last summer were like, we want to win a title too. You guys don't have a clue. And they learned the hard way. They don't have a clue. Now for Cal to admit, it took me a while to realize we're not going to kill everybody. Don't panic. It's going to be nip and tuck every game, start to finish. I watched him yesterday. He's still struggling with that.
Red and Blue Review coming to you this week from Chubby Ray's Original Louisville Pizza Company, home of the biggest wings you've ever seen in your life. Look at these rascals. They're a couple of sizes larger than what you typically get when you go.
I'll take this one.
Howie, go ahead and take care of that one for us. Whether you go naked or breaded, sweet or smoking, these are some great wings. Chubby Ray's Original Louisville Pizza Company, the corner of Ruck Regal Parkway and Billtown Road, right here in J-Town. Well, Louisville got busted on a whole lot of things last night, but one of the things that continues to vex this team that they've got to get fixed is rebounding.
I think for this team, you look around and everybody's saying, hopefully you're going to be a Final Four team and #1 seed, and sometimes that stuff makes you a little soft. And I think for us, it woke us up and made us go back to work a little bit.
I can't fault Gorgui Dieng for too much in the Notre Dame game particularly. He scored like 17 points. He had 13 rebounds. Not bad. But what you can say is he got 13 rebounds, but you played a whole extra half of a game. And he only had 1 block in 56 minutes of playing time. That is a lot of playing time for not a lot of blocks. Granted, he played for a long time with 4 fouls, but why did he have 4 fouls? So I don't think that this was Gorgui Dieng's best game. I don't think that Louisville had the inside presence that they needed. Maybe you play Montrezl Harrell more. Shane Bohannon had a great game, but they needed extra rebounding in there at times, and I don't think Gorgui was physical enough to really get that done.
What's nuts for the University of Kentucky is not only the fact that Mark Stoops had a great haul of recruiting this past Wednesday, but his big recruiting job may have come before that when he was recruiting assistant coaches.
I had a pretty good feel for most of the guys before I hired them, but that happened pretty quickly. Yeah, I feel very good and very comfortable with the staff. So, we do a lot of research before we hire anybody and get a good feel for who they are and what they're all about. So that's been relatively easy, to be honest with you. You get a pretty good feel for your guys. We spend a lot of time together. Even if it's a day, we may spend that day from 6 in the morning till 11 at night, driving in cars and planes, and, you get to spend a lot of time with them.
I wanted to ask Coach Stoops this question because to me it's remarkable enough that in 66 days he put together the best recruiting class in school history. First, he had to go out and hire a staff before he could even start that process. To me, it's just remarkable. And it's not just guys he knew. It's Texas Tech, Florida State, Nebraska. One guy came from there, another guy came from Tennessee. So they had to blend together as a unit because different personalities, you're tackling the same guy. You got to be on the same wavelength. For them to pull that off as quickly as he did, to have as much success as they did, to me, it's pretty remarkable.
What's next for college basketball? Maybe a little bit of history. Rick Pitino says this may be the year that a number 16 finally beats a number 1.
There are just so many very good basketball teams. And then there's going to be 4 teams that are really going to peak and get there. But this could be the most bizarre year we've ever seen. I think this could be the year where a 16 beats a 1. What could happen? Could happen. If it's going to happen, it's this year because there's no number 1 that's totally dominant. I think you see that, Kansas is as well a coached basketball team as I've seen in 10 years, and TCU, who's struggling this year, beats them. So, it's just that one night.
Here's the deal. I agree with him in the fact that there's no dominant number 1.
Yeah.
I disagree with him that a 16's ever going to beat a 1. That is too big of a gap. Now, in the next round, when the 1's got to play the 8-9, all 4 number 1 seeds this year could lose to an 8-9 game. I mean, that's how good, that's how flat college basketball is across the board, that the 8-9 game, those are teams in the 40s, which would be, Villanova or something like that, or maybe a Notre Dame if they fall some. Those teams can beat every number 1 in the country.
Well, one of the best things about the fact that Louisville lost to Notre Dame is if this is the year it happens, it ain't happening in Louisville because they just lost their number 1 seed.
Well,
they got no shot. Yeah, neither team's going to be a 1 this year.
What's crazy about it is Louisville's got 5 losses, right? Is there another team? I mean, even the Miami, I think, only has 4 losses.
None in their conference.
Right, and so they could be number 1 in the country with 4 losses.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. Some years you go into NCAA tournament, the top team has like 1 loss, 0 losses, whatever. This year that's like 4, 5, 6.
I don't know how fair this is, but it is funny. How close to Notre Dame, that team we saw of Notre Dame at the end of that game, that wasn't much above a 16 seed.
It wasn't.
What was left out there was not very
They fouled
good.
out everybody, yeah.
I think those are the guys I played with in intramural at Western.
It looked
That's who
like
I think that was. We come back on the Red and Blue Review. We're going to discuss Bush League basketball after Daryl tells us about the Cat's Paws.
Do appreciate it very much. Cat's Paw's new issue out, First Class. How you like the double meaning headline? Not only Mark Stoops' first class, but a first class indeed, the best in school history. 15 pages of National Signing Day coverage, and in addition to basketball as well. Easy to get a subscription. Just go to magazine.catspaws.com.
How do you say it?
Bear nose.
Bear nose?
Beer nose.
Bear nose? No matter how you say it, Bear Nose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Bear nose. Bear nose.
Did you know that 2/3 of all truck-related crashes are actually caused by cars? Large trucks carry heavy loads and need more room to stop than cars. Merging without leaving enough space between you and a truck could cost you a ticket, or something much worse, your life. Law enforcement will be out on the road writing tickets to make sure both truck and car drivers stay safe. Before merging, be sure you can see both of the truck's headlights in your rearview mirror to ensure proper braking room. This message brought to you by the KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division.
Join the club at Sam Swope Auto Group. When you service a vehicle at any Sam Swope dealership, you automatically become a Service VIP Rewards member. You get member pricing on parts and service, lost key return, and emergency roadside assistance. Plus, you can earn points that qualify you for discounts on your next vehicle purchase, up to $2,500. The best part is becoming a member is free. Become a member today at any Sam Swope dealership. Nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes. Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah! That just happened! Yes, it did. No! Yes, 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 yes! Yes! We did it! Yes, we did! Oh, we did it! Okay, see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Get caught up in the excitement. Buffalo Wild Wings. More wings, more beer, more sports.
Hey, who's this?
It's been over 90 years since my grandfather entered the Chevrolet business. Steve and I are proud of our son Ryan and our son-in-law Andrew, who now make the 4th generation. The tradition continues with our dedication to excellence and customer satisfaction. Thank you, Kentuckiana, for making us your #1 Chevrolet dealer. We would like to introduce you to the all-new Bachman Chevrolet.
How do you say it?
Bear nose.
Bear nose?
Beer nose.
Bear nose? No matter how you say it, Bear Nose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Bear nose. Bear nose.
Red and Blue Review coming to you this week from Chubby Ray's original Louisville Pizza Company, home of the Little Sammy. Now, guys, that is a hamburger.
No, Gary, half-pound Chubby Burger. This is a hamburger.
Oh, come on, fellas. You know I had you. This is a hamburger. This is the 5-pound fat teddy burger.
Wow.
It is beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. Look at this thing.
That's a hubcap.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Wow.
This is coming home with me.
All right, we'll see if it is. Hey, last week on the show, we gave you a chance to win $1,000, and wouldn't you know, somebody did.
Hi, I'm George Jenkins, the president of Primex True Home Value, and we're happy to announce that Augustin Wharton of Louisville, Kentucky won our $1,000 gift card. We invite you to go to thv.com to enter our big sweepstakes. Some lucky homeowner is going to win $25,000, $10,000 in cash, $15,000 in home improvements. You got to go there today. That's thv.com. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, George. Let's get into it. Game time storylines. Game time storyline number 1, the Hack-a-Shack strategy Tony Barbee employed against Kentucky yesterday.
Tony had a couple of guys foul out. One player gets thrown out back here in the back. Sullivan knocks Wilcher into the first row. What was your game plan with these guys today?
To be competitive. To be competitive. That's all I got to say.
Call the fouls. Call the fouls. Call the fouls. Call them all. 60, 70. Call them all. Call them on us. Yeah. Yeah. When you get body checked and you miss a 1-footer, when your team misses 17 1-footers, unless they totally stink, they probably got body checked. Well, we're not calling that. His hands are up. It's still a foul. It's a foul. And you know, I keep saying this shouldn't be about who wins in the weight room. This is about movement and spacing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, first John Calipari went out of his way to defend his friend and former player who's now coach at Auburn, but then went on to say, well, isn't this ruining the game? And yeah, he said call it foul. And it is. It's absolutely ruining the game. Early 70s, no shot clock, no three-pointer. They were scoring 90, 100 points a game. This is ugly, and it's ruining the game. It's unwatchable right now.
Fellas, welcome to Big East basketball.
And it's unwatchable.
It is. It's so brutal to watch. I agree with Jay Billis when he says, you know, the referees have got to get a control on this, call it tighter, improve the spacing, that kind of thing, because otherwise we're going to see these 50 to 45 kind of games.
It looked like we were watching football, so we might as well talk about playing football, and Charlie may have a big surprise for us for the season opener for the Cards next year.
I think we're still trying to work on it and just see if we can get one of those marquee games, see if somebody want to come and play us. You don't want anybody who'd like to?
Love that laugh from Charlie Strong, because that tells me he knows something. Yeah. They're working on a game with ESPN, Texas A&M or Ohio State, or somebody is out there that wants to play Teddy Bridgewater and the Cardinals, and it changes everything. Because right now Louisville's schedule does not have a marquee game. Yeah. If they get a marquee game, it really does change everything.
All right, and Howie, tell us how to get more about whatever's going on Planet Red.
Absolutely, cardinalsports.com. Check it out at our website. Everything, football, basketball, whatever.
How do you say it?
Bearnose.
Bearnose?
Bearnose.
Bearnose? No matter how you say it, Bearnose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Bearnose. Bearnose.
Did you know that 2/3 of all truck-related crashes are actually caused by cars? Large trucks carry heavy loads and need more room to stop than cars. Merging without leaving enough space between you and a truck could cost you a ticket, or something much worse, your life. Law enforcement will be out on the road writing tickets to make sure both truck and car drivers stay safe. Before merging, be sure you can see both of the truck's headlights in your rear-view mirror to ensure proper braking room. This message brought to you by the KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division.
Join the club at Sam Swope Auto Group. When you service a vehicle at any Sam Swope dealership, you automatically become a Service VIP Rewards member. You get member pricing on parts and service, lost key return, and emergency roadside assistance. Plus, you can earn points that qualify you for discounts on your next vehicle purchase, up to $2,500. The best part is becoming a member is free. Become a member today at any Sam Swope dealership. Nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Yeah, I just picked her up. We should be there in 20 minutes. Who is it? Oh, it's him. Where is he?
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah! That just happened! Yes, it did. Yes, 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 yes! Yes! We did it! Yes, we did it! Oh, we did it! See you, bud.
Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Get caught up in the excitement. Buffalo Wild Wings. More wings, more beer, more sports.
Hey, who's this?
It's been over 90 years since my grandfather entered the Chevrolet business. Steve and I are proud of our son Ryan and our son-in-law Andrew, who now make the 4th generation. The tradition continues with our dedication to excellence and customer satisfaction. Thank you, Kentuckiana, for making us your #1 Chevrolet dealer. We would like to introduce you to the all-new Bachman Chevrolet.
How do you say it?
Bearnose.
Bear Nose?
Beer Nose.
Bear Nose? No matter how you say it, Bear Nose has been serving up Louisville-style pizza since 1977 from 13 area locations.
Beer Nose. Beer Nose.
Hi, I'm Julie at Chubby Ray's, inviting you to come watch all the big shows on our big HD screen satellite TVs. Now back to the Red and Blue Review.
Thank you, Julie. We're joined now by Chubby Ray owner Ray Perkins. And Ray, we got to ask you the history of this Big Teddy. Has anybody ever eaten a full one?
One out of about 150 tries.
Wow,
Now, if you can manage it, you'll give it to them, right? If they can eat that?
If you can eat it all in an hour, it's free. It comes with a basket of fries.
All right, Howie, I don't think even you can handle that.
I don't think so.
But if you're up to it, come down to Chubby Ray's Louisville Original Pizza Company and see if you can handle that deal. Well, the baseball team at the University of Kentucky spent part of last season ranked #1 in the nation. They're poised to make another big run today or this year, thanks to All-American pitcher Corey Littrell.
I mean, you walk around with a little bit bigger chest than you did after our freshman year. Because winning like that last year, being the winningest team in the program history, it's kind of an honor, and you just want to walk around and show everyone yeah, we're on this is our team, we did this, this is us. And it's hard to not think about last year, but like we said, like our coaches told us, this is a new year, this is a new team, we got new people, and we still have one goal. We want to be better than we were last year. Last year is good for us to build on as a program, to show us that we are successful and to give us confidence knowing that we can win in this league. But this is a new year and a new team, and so we have to set new goals.
Now, we bring Corey to mind here because, Ray, that's your stepson?
He is. I'm kind of proud of him.
I would say so. That's incredible.
They had a great year last year, and the whole team.
Yeah.
They gel, and they make it happen.
Now, I understand, obviously, the professional scouts are looking at your stepson. They're very interested in seeing where he's going to go after UK.
We hope so. We'll see what happens. They got 3 All-Americans on that team, and a lot of talent.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us in. Hey, we'll catch you back next time right here on the Red and Blue Review.